Wow, pee pee poo poo, Candace Owens. So basically, she's really mad and upset that Harry Styles is wearing a dress, and this is funny. This is kind of funny. There is no society that can survive without strong men. The East knows this. Is this implying that Asian people aren't masculine? I don't know. I honestly don't know what this means. In the West, the steady feminization of our men at the same time that Marxism is being taught to our children is not a coincidence. It is an outright attack. Bring back manly men. Got things to unpack here. So, society can't survive without strong men? I think that if strong people exist in a society, regardless of whether they're men or women, I think that the society will probably be fine. I don't know. The East knows this. Again, like, is Asia having a hard time right now? I don't know. Is Asia having a hard time because of a masculinity problem? I know there's some problems in Asia. There are some problems. They have a huge population over in China and stuff. But is this because of a lack of masculinity? How can we attribute these problems to that? There's really no way. In the West, steady feminization of our men. So men are getting more feminine. And then Marxism, bringing up Marxism, a school of thought by the sociologist and economist Karl Marx. I don't think he's ever said anything about feminization, gender. I don't think he's ever really talked about any of that stuff, but these right-wing people, they always love to throw that stuff in there because it's scary. It's a scary word. People don't like it. Socialism scary, Marx scary, all that sort of stuff. It's an attack. They think they're being attacked. This literally has nothing to do with Candace Owens, but she thinks she's being attacked. It's a victim complex. She's really upset. I think that he looks pretty manly, but in a pretty way, and I think that's good. I think that is fair, that is fine. You should allow people to wear whatever they want. That is totally okay. And if you're going to be a whiny little bitch baby piss bitch pussy person about people wearing clothing that you don't like, I think that you're a bad person and you ought to shut your face because there is nothing wrong with this. The comments are kind of mixed. Femboys. This country has embraced demasculating men. It's ridiculous. You're just mad that he can pull off a dress better than you, aren't you? I don't know, there's all sorts of men in dresses. Next tweet. Since I am trending, I'd like to clarify what I meant when I said bring back manly men. I meant bring back manly men. Terms like toxic masculinity were created by toxic females. Real women don't do fake feminism. Sorry, I'm not sorry. This is coming off as just kind of peeved, kind of upset, probably a little upset that people don't like it, like especially there's a good group of people that think that she's being dumb, so she's trying to act all tough. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Toxic masculinity, I don't think a lot of conservatives know what toxic masculinity means. Toxic masculinity, what it basically is the idea that men have to essentially uphold and be a certain way. There are these standards that they have to uphold, and if they fall out of any sort of out of the box of what a man should be, if they fall out of that, that's bad. That's what toxic masculinity is. It's the idea that men are constricted to this box of a certain thing they have to be, and they are not socially allowed to go out of this box. There's a misconception that I find a lot of right-leaning people have, where they think that toxic masculinity means that men are bad and toxic and they are just bad. That, like, it's just men bad, manspreading, toxic masculinity. No, that shit's stupid. That is not what we refer to when we say toxic masculinity. That's like some dumb shit. That's some dumb shit. So what toxic masculinity actually means is it means that men are restricted to a box of ideas that they are not allowed to breach. An example would be like, men shouldn't cry, and if you cry, you're a weak man, you're not a man. Men have to be the breadwinners, they have to protect women, they have to go out and work and all that stuff. That's toxic masculinity. It's stuff enforced by the gender patriarchy. I mean, I guess it would be considered toxic femininity, where women have to be submissive and stuff. It's basically traditional values, like the trad aesthetic, and it's basically enforcing that. Like, if you want to be a traditionally masculine or feminine person, like, that's cool. Just, it becomes toxic when you force it onto other people, and you make them feel like shit for not being within that. And that's something I see a lot of conservatives do. They're always saying, oh, our Western values are under attack, and yeah, it's bad. That's not a man. That's an androgynous mannequin with a penis. Wow, just, like I'm saying, like, dehumanizing Harry Styles for being out of this box of what it means to be a man. Literally calling him a mannequin. I did not know this was Candace Owens. This is what feminism is. That is true. Is this a Turning Point USA meme? Yeah, this is Turning Point USA. A lot of Nazis in there. This is the manly man you want. Men can wear dresses, it's cool. Also, these men, or this man, David Bowie, wearing a dress, looks pretty manly, looks pretty masculine, but also looks cool in the dress. Mining pictures on the internet of men in dresses is going to suddenly make me attracted to men in dresses. Candace, this isn't what it's about. It's not about making you attracted. It's about saying it's okay for men to wear dresses or whatever else they want to wear, and that you shouldn't be policing people's clothing. That's what it's about. It's not about you being attracted. Stop being so self-centered. I'm impervious to woke culture. Showing me 50 examples of something won't make it any less stupid. Wow, this is just really depressing. This is... they're just showing Jesus. Is this saying Michelle Obama's a man? I don't know. She just comes off as really uncomfortable and upset. This is Trump Jr. and Candace Owens jerking each other off and just joking about this. Yeah, that's what this is. And then we got our Lord Ben Shapiro, the intellectual himself, commenting his god-tier take on this. This is perfectly obvious. Anyone who pretends that it is not a referendum on masculinity for men to don floofy dresses is treating you as a full-on idiot. Masculinity and femininity exist. Outwards indicators of masculinity and femininity exist in nearly every human culture. Boys are taught to be more masculine in virtually every human culture because the role of men is not always the same role of women. The left knows this, of course. The point of Styles doing this photo shoot is to feminize masculinity. Otherwise, why would it be headline-worthy for Styles to don a dress? The left shows this and knows this. They openly say that gender is both important and socially constructed, which is why they tell you that a man can be a woman, e.g., despite no biological underpinning. Okay, that was my super high-speed Ben Shapiro voice attempt. I hope it made someone do a funny. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But yeah, he's really mad. He went full out on a Twitter thread. So, let's break it down. Anyone pretends that it is not a referendum on masculinity for men to don floofy dresses is treating you as a full-on idiot. So, yes, masculinity and femininity does exist, as Ben says here. Very true. Very smart. Good job, Ben. Wearing dresses is considered a feminine thing. Simple, easy to understand, we get it. Yeah, true. We're not saying that wearing a dress is a masculine thing. We're saying that it's okay for a masculine person to do a feminine thing. That's where the confusion is. He just can't comprehend that. The point of Styles doing this photo shoot is to feminize masculinity. No, I don't think that's the point. I think the point of it is to do what he wants. I think he just wants to be happy and wear a dress because it makes him happy. I don't think he has this goal of feminizing masculinity and destroying Western culture or whatever. Why would it be headline worthy for Styles to don a dress? Because people like you make it socially unacceptable for masculine people to wear dresses. That's why it's headline worthy. That's why it's a big deal. It's a big deal because you people make it a big deal. It shouldn't be a big deal, but no, when we have people whining and complaining about it, yeah, it becomes a big deal. It's funny how he doesn't know this. Gender is both important and socially constructed. I mean, yeah, gender it's an important concept. People identify with genders. I think that's important. And it's true. Gender is socially constructed. You could learn about this if you, I don't know, take a sociology class or a biology class. Like you could learn that it is different from sex and that it is a social construct, and that's okay. A man can be a woman despite no biological underpinning. Yeah, because it's a society thing and not a biology thing. Yeah, you could transition from one to the other. Yeah, it's an identity thing. Gender is an identity. So if you identify with another gender, it doesn't matter what your biology is. Your biology doesn't change, but your gender does. You guys are literally melting down over a model photo shoot. Yes, Vosh is very true. Speaking facts, men have worn dresses for millennia. Unlike you snowflakes, I'm not so easily triggered. Why singer man wear dress? There's some good memes. Also, Ben Shapiro isn't that manly. He looks like someone who's trying to be manly and hasn't hit puberty yet. Completing my set of rugged, intimidating alpha male conservatives. That is some baby-faced looking motherfucker. I swear, I'm more manly than Ben Shapiro, and I'm a woman. Look at him. Look at him. He looks like a kid who put on his dad's suit and wanted to take a picture. This guy looks alright. He's got a beard. Kind of masculine. But Ben, he looks like he can't grow an inch of facial hair. Also, yeah, what are those? Yeah, Ben Shapiro looks and sounds like he will never hit puberty. Also, Crowder cross-dresses, and these people never complain about that. Crowder is an absolute piece of shit who dons a horrible, disgusting caricature of trans women, and yeah, he's absolutely a disgusting person. This video is really gross. But these people never complain about that. They never talk about Crowder. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think that is about it for today's segments. We had PragerU, and we had conservatives being little whiny pieces of shit, and feces and fecal matter and, I don't know, anal mucus, whatever you want to call them. They're bad. I feel like I have to repeat myself because it's really easy. I don't know. It's really easy to do.
And noting that men wore floofier stuff in the 16th century in Britain does not change the fact that women wore completely different clothing in the 16th century in Britain.